2024 has been an amazing year when it comes to pre-construction projects in Calgary. And why is that? Because Calgary developers and builders have done an amazing job when it comes to meeting demand. We saw a lot of supply come onto the market towards the end of 2024 and now also going into 2025. In fact, Calgary actually set records with the number of housing starts that we saw in 2024, the highest across all of Canada. In 2024, as a realtor in Calgary, I didn't heavily push for new construction projects on clients looking for homes unless they themselves felt the requirement to go for new construction. And the reason for this is because the pricing between new construction and resale homes, even though the resale market was climbing at a very fast pace, was seeing better value than new construction. The pricing for new construction by builders was always based on a projected future pricing. And so they would always have a slightly higher margin than the resale homes currently on the market at any given time. However, now going into 2025, there is a lot more benefit for buyers going into pre-construction because of the high amount of supply that we are seeing on the market. Builders are now closer to where the market is supposed to be, but also offering additional benefits that you just cannot get in the resale market. A lot of the benefits from the builder towards the buyer include things such as a finished basement, a legal basement suite, a finished garage, and sometimes a high amount of credit towards the interior of the home for no additional cost to you. Another advantage that pre-construction provides in 2025 over 2024 is it provides you a cushion which resale does not, against all the economy and political landscape changes that we are seeing this year. The high level of uncertainty allows you to instead purchase a home today, put a deposit on a pre-construction, and then when the rates are either lower or economy is even better, or when you have a better job opportunity down the line, that's when you're able to secure their home. And so you're not locked into payments just yet. Instead, you can plan ahead for a future for you and your family in Calgary. And finally, with all the benefits that you are seeing from the builder towards the buyer in terms of a finished basement or a finished basement suite, it provides you a high amount of flexibility in terms of when you do have to take on your mortgage. So you can rent those basement suites out and cover a lot of your mortgage, giving you that cushion and sense of security going forward. Before I go into the top 5 projects that I'm really excited for 2025 in Calgary, what are the things that builders are trying to bring to the market and that is new? A lot of builders now are trying to focus on sustainability and energy efficiency. That is one of the big things, and trying to make net zero homes. The other thing that builders are trying to do is flexible living spaces. So where you can either convert something into a dedicated room or just have it as an open concept in your home. This does not only apply to indoor, but also outdoor spaces, depending on how you want to use your patio. Something else that we are seeing builders do is dedicated workspaces. So as work from home becomes a real trend, a lot of builders are adapting a space in their home for dedicated home office. The fourth point is community design. And this is something I love about pre-construction projects in Calgary that's very different from a lot of other cities around Canada. There's a high focus on urban design with walkability to amenities. So Calgary, the way it designs its cities and communities, it's almost a little hub in every part of the city where you go, and you do not always need to go to downtown for every single thing. And builders are keeping that in mind more and more as we go forward, not just for amenities such as groceries, but also lifestyle changes. So having access to wetlands or having access to parks and walkways that you can use while you are in your community. And finally, some of these projects are looking to actually change the skyline of Calgary. So no longer a single downtown core with skyscrapers. You might have smaller community hubs with their own little development spaces for offices and residential together, creating secondary hubs that you can live around Calgary without needing to always depend on downtown. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the first community that I'm the most excited about compared to any other community. I'm keeping the best for first, and that is Taza Park. So Taza Park is an amazing collaboration by the Cetina people together with the developers to create a 470-acre community on the west between Glenmore and Cetina Trail, or the New Ring Road. Not only is this going to be just 7 minutes from downtown, but is going to be a blend of residential, commercial, and recreational spaces. This is going to be a self-sustaining community design which has 3 villages: Taza Park, The Crossing, and Buffalo Run, serving approximately 25,000 residents by the time it's done. What does this project contain and how long is it going to take? It's going to contain a lot of different housing variety, all the way from apartments, townhouses, and single family detached homes. We're going to see a lot of it happen in 2025 and 2026. How is this project going to benefit in terms of amenities and lifestyle for the residents of this community? This community focuses a lot on green spaces and outdoor use. So you're going to have immediate access to the 585-acre Weaselland Flats, but also the Glenmore Reservoir. This community is also going to have a vibrant commercial district with dining, shopping, and entertainment options, all within walking distance for every resident. The retail offerings are going to include daycare, dentist, pet store, vet, Gold's Gym, Freshie, KFC, and even Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons somehow finds their way in every single community, of course. Something else that's going to be very unique to this community is the indigenous inspiration for art and design showcases through murals and community features around the community. Something I really love about this community is about the retail first approach. So they have focused on actually establishing the retail opportunities first and getting a lot of people into the community to start businesses before going for the residential, so that when you actually purchase a home and take possession and you move in, you already have access to everything that you need from day one. And so far, since their launch and since Costco took possession 3 years ago, right now they're only down to 10% of their commercial space left. 90% is already leased and rented out. So a lot of people have already moved in and started businesses in this community. The next community on the list is Alpine Park. Now this community is also in Southwest, like Taza Park, but it offers closer access to the urban facilities while having its own amenities. Its community design is focused on new urbanist principles, with emphasizing walkability, connectivity, and community engagement. It also features tree-lined boulevards, wide pathways, and something that's very unique to this community is front porches that have direct access to your neighbors and creates a space for interaction with your neighbors. Not only does this allow for a lot more friendly neighborhoods, but also allows kids to now play in front of their homes without the danger of cars on the road in front of their homes. As far as amenities and lifestyles go, the village center is going to serve as a central hub to shops and cafes, and essential services are going to be just an 8-minute walk for residents. Residents can also enjoy one of 6 major parks, naturalized playgrounds, and picnic areas, promoting a very active outdoor lifestyle in this community. What are the housing options available and types of builders within this community? It's going to offer a wide range of housing options, such as condos, townhomes, lane homes, and even unique green court-oriented residences. Some of the notable builders in this community include Cardell Homes, Calbridge Homes, Genesis Builders, and even Homes by Dream. As far as proximity to key locations, it's going to be 16 minutes away from downtown and just 32 minutes away from the mountains. So you get a good balance of both urban living while also having access to nature on the weekends with your family. Now, while these first two are my top 2 communities for Southwest, I'm also going to give you some additional bonus communities to look into if you are looking to move into the southwest of Calgary. And these are Creekview, Vermilion Hill, and Osprey Hill. If you've enjoyed this content so far and you are curious about these communities, you would like to hear more when more details come out, or content like this where we announce not just new pre-construction projects, but keep track of the resale market and where the Calgary market's headed and the economy of Canada overall, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned, and that will help me reach more people like you. And if you have any more questions about these pre-construction projects, definitely check out the link in the description. My contact information is also there. Reach out and we can find out what projects might best suit you and your needs. For community 3 and 4, we are going to focus on Southeast. Southeast has a lot of amazing communities developing all the way down to the Bow River now. The first community on the list for number 3 is Logan Landing. So Logan Landing is in Southeast and is headed by Genesis Development. As far as community design and lifestyle goes, it's one of the last new communities that's going to be developed along the Bow River, with an emphasis on quality living and thoughtful community design. The diverse topography that we have near the Bow River there is going to offer 3 distinct views in terms of elevations: the ridge, the bench, and the valley. And these 3 spots are going to be preserved for all the residents of this community, while offering a quiet living with quick access to a lot of amenities nearby. What kind of amenities and infrastructure can you expect in this community? The green corridors are going to provide public access to the environmental parks and also adjacent to the Boar River. Nearby, there are healthcare services, including the South Health Campus, which is one of the largest in the city. There's going to be emergency services available at Seaton Fire Station, proximity to Seaton Urban District and the YMCA at Seaton. And finally, the future Green Line LRT stations are also planned to come all the way down there. What kind of housing options can we expect from this community? So this community is primarily going to focus on detached homes. Some of the builders in this community are Cedar Glen Homes, Genesis Builders, Partner Homes, and Sterling Homes. Currently, they are in their phase 1 with a total of 11 phases planned. The fourth community on this list, and also in Southeast that I'm really excited to see, is Heartwood. What are the design elements that we can expect from Heartwood? The way to best describe it is going to be Alpine architecture mixed with European styling. So the home designs are actually going to be inspired by rural landscapes using steep pitched roofs together with limestone and timber accents. There's also going to be an emphasis on sustainable design, so energy efficient homes and eco-friendly landscaping. As far as community lifestyle goes, it's going to have access to an abundance of trails and natural landscapes for a good outdoor lifestyle. With a family-friendly focus, they're going to have a lot of dog parks and playgrounds that are actually going to be available early in development. So what amenities and attractions can we expect from this community? So obviously, since it's in Southeast, we can expect access to the South Health Campus similar to the previous community. And let me tell you, this is a top-notch healthcare facility. I am personally very close to it and I go there quite often and I'm very impressed by the level of healthcare that they provide at that facility. And of course, you also have access to the Brookfield YMCA, which is the largest in North America, providing amazing wellness facilities both for you, your kids, and your family overall. And finally, since this community borders to Mahogany on the north, Rangeview on the east and south, and Seaton on the west, you have access to the commercial and retail districts of all these three communities, which provides you a lot of access right from the get-go. What are the home offerings going to be like in this community? It's going to happen over 5 phases of development, and it's also going to address everything from single family to multifamily use. So it's going to cater to various different types of buyers who are looking to move to this community. I would say it's very similar to Seaton. If you are interested in this community, there are 2 things you would need to know. The amenities in this community is actually going to go live even before the show homes. So it's going to give you a good idea of the community lifestyle before you even decide to purchase a home. And the second point to keep in mind would be its strategic location to where it borders a lot of really good communities. And this is a unique point for this community where right from the get-go, when you move in, you're going to have a very good standard of living and access to amenities, which generally a lot of new communities are not able to provide since they are so separated from a lot of good established communities. Now to conclude Southeast, I'm going to give you 4 additional communities that you really need to keep your eye on, even though they're not detailed in this video, but they do provide amazing living options depending on if you're looking to move to Southeast. And these are Hotchkiss, Sora, Nostalgia Townlet, and Seaton Ridge. Now finally, for the last 5th community that I'm going to mention on this video, is a community in Northwest called Ambleton. One of the big reasons to consider Ambleton is the very reason people look to move to Northwest as far as families go, because of the high standard of living that Northwest provides, together with access to some of the top schools in the city. So Ambleton is taken on by a developer called Qualico Communities, and it's going to provide a wide range of housing all the way from townhouses to laned homes, duplex, and even detached homes. As far as the community features and amenities go, they're going to have your usual pedestrian gathering spaces and play areas, local and regional pathway networks for easy exploration, abundant green spaces, and ample retail options with schools nearby, including a high school, and also paved pathways throughout the community. What are the builders that are expected to build in this community? Some of the builders that we can expect are Broadby Homes, Sterling Homes, Shane, Trico, Streetside, and Jamin. The construction for this community is already underway and they are in phase 6. So if you're looking to get a home in this community, reach out soon. Now finally, for the bonus community for Northwest, as promised, is Esker Park. So Eska Park is another community you should keep an eye on if you are interested in Northwest, but we're not going to cover it in detail in this video. So that concludes my top 5 communities for pre-construction in the Calgary real estate market for 2025. And I do believe that the pre-construction space is going to offer a lot of unique opportunities for different types of buyers going forward, especially considering the amount of overbidding and everything we've seen in the resale market for the past 2 years. 2025 is going to offer something very different if you are seriously considering moving to Calgary or upgrading or downsizing your home and trying to move into a new construction space. Thanks for staying tuned to the end. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. My contact details are in the description. I would love to help you find a home in the Calgary real estate market, whether that be pre-construction or resale, depending on what your short, mid, and long-term goals are. We will walk through all of that and decide what's best for you and your family. There's no one size fits all. And I would love to be your boots on the ground, go around, collect, and find information from different builders and communities so we can set you and your family up for success. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next video.